midweek football with Young Leg and Burrows. Brought to you by 2 Foot Talk. We've got Champions League action, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Neymar dancing, Vinny dancing, and why the fuck is there a Newcastle highlight? Either way, we're getting into it. Let's get the winners, and let's get some midweek football. What's going on? You are tuned into Midweek Football, brought to you by 2 Foot Talk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. Bird, I just Googled Turkish food. You enjoy that, man. Not for me. A couple of the wraps look all right, though. I won't lie. And then maybe some of the soups. Good luck with that one, though. Should be quick today. Only got 3 games to talk about. Oaks is at the doctor right now, so we're going to go live tomorrow to do tomorrow's games as well. But for today's games, we've got a couple of awesome matchups in the Champions League, as well as Manchester City playing against Brentford. So we're going to start in the Champions League with the match that I think is going to be the best match, and it's Inter versus Atletico Madrid. So when I checked mind you, I have beef with Caesar Sportsbook now because when I checked the odds checker, it was like minus 105 on Caesar Sportsbook. That's fucking ridiculous. Everywhere else, Inter money line was like minus 155, minus 160. I go get Caesar, do my bet match, all that new sign up bullshit. Awesome. It's minus 155. So that was a fucking complete lie. On top of then they give me a casino boost, which then they stole like $400 from me. And they were like, oh yeah, you had to play it through 3 times. Never was that said in the fine print, but whatever. Caesar Sportsbooks, we have beef. I ended up getting $150 off you guys, and I will never use your app again. Anyway, back to business. Inter Milan is a fucking wagon, especially at home. I don't know how you would bet against Inter Milan besides that little bit of magic that Spain seems to have when they go and play in Europe. I don't think that's going to be the case here. Inter Milan, you're getting an awesome number on them. It's like minus 150, minus 155. You pair that with over 1.5 goals, which Atleti's leaky. I think Inter should be able to get at least 2 goals on them. That gets you the plus sign. Inter money line over 1.5, sitting at like plus 105, plus 110. And then it's just props for me, baby. You got to look at all the props. So Llorente started at striker because Morata went down with an injury. We have no idea if Morata's going to be able to play today. He's listed on the bench, but last week he got listed as injured for the next 3 weeks with a knee injury. So I would not expect Morata to start. He could make an appearance, but I wouldn't really be risking that. I would rather he gets healthy. We secure our spot in the league to get top 4, and maybe he's even better for the next leg. So I don't expect to see Morata. I do expect to see Llorente, who went to striker. This guy's now played like 3 or 4 or 5 different positions for Atleti, and he thrives in all of them. His shot on target is plus 200. Even if he is not starting up front, if he's just starting at right mid, maybe he's doing a wing back type of situation. I can't see him playing at center mid since they have like 8 center mids that they love playing all at the same time. But Llorente shot on target plus 200 on DK. I fucking love this is a guy coming off of a 2-goal game. I do expect him to continue shooting. On the flip side, Martinez, I already told you, anytime goal score plus 130. That's an awesome number. If you want to run a win cast, I don't blame you. He's fucking cooking right now. Calhanoglu, who takes their penalty kicks and a lot of their set pieces, is shot on target sitting at minus 120. DeMarco, always bombing down that left side. DeMarco to score or an assist. He usually has his hands in the attack when it is going down that left flank. Plus 225 to score assists. Plus 125 for a shot on target. Shot outside the box if that's available as well as on the table. And then finally for Atleti, I know you guys are probably like, wow, where are the Atleti props besides Llorente? Well, don't worry, because I got Savic for 2 fouls and Ronaldo for 2 fouls. Both plus signs. Both gigantic hacks. They're going to be dealing with an Argentine up front who we know Argentines are fantastic at drawing fouls, even if there is no foul at all. Savic and Ronaldo are also 2 of the most guilty motherfuckers on that back line. They are hacks. Again, we don't have starting lineups, though, so before you put these props in, wait till the starting lineups come out. It'll probably come out around 2 o'clock, I assume. And now if this is Real Madrid, it would already be out, but whatever. So I lean Inter heavily. I don't know how you wouldn't back Inter at the San Siro with the form they've been in, just absolutely cooking everyone. I think this is Inter's day, and we're going to be able to just – I'm looking at, like, we need a starting lineup. So, but any of the midfielders on Inter could get a shot on target. Calhanoglu, Mkhitaryan, Barella, any of them could find themselves hitting a rectangle, and they're all plus signs right now. Next one, and the last UCL game for today that we're going to get into, PSV hosting Dortmund. Now, you guys know me. You know I'm a PSV guy. I fuck with PSV heavily. That's my Dutch side that I like to follow. I watch a ton of their games. They are a fucking wagon at home. They are an absolute problem at home. You've got Luke de Jong, who's fucking cooking in the league, one of the top goal scorers in the league, and just a massive target that I don't think Dortmund are quite prepared to deal with. I think it's going to be Schlotterbeck and Sule at the center backs. And I like either of them for just one foul. They're not great numbers. It's like minus 180, minus 170. But they're great little parlay pieces of two guys that are going to have to be dealing with De Jong getting a shit ton of service and just being a giant motherfucker in the box. So I think dealing with De Jong is going to lead to a little bit more fouls. If you want to get weird with the props for De Jong shot on target with a header is looking pretty good. De Jong just... 2 shots on target plus 200. This is a guy that is the focal point of their attack. They're going to be giving the ball to De Jong. He's a gigantic target in the box. I think it'll be pretty easy for him to just skip the ball off his head, and maybe it lands in the hands of the Dortmund goalkeeper once or twice, and that's plus 200. It's also going to be a Daniel Malin revenge game. Daniel Malin came from the Dutch side over here from PSV. I think it's his first time returning. There was like a whole post about like, oh, he's back. And like PSV is very excited to be in the knockouts, very excited to be in Champions League. They grinded their way here. They had to play qualifiers just to get here. So PSV is really up for this game. I'm actually about to take a PSV money line, which after watching Dortmund, and I feel like I've said this in all their Champions League matches, and they keep proving me wrong in the Champions League, but in the league, Dortmund away is fucking garbage. And then when you have to go to a stadium like PSV's playing the way that they have been at home, I just can't back Dortmund. Now, if Dortmund wants to continue their bullshit UCL magic and they want to prove me wrong, I'll sit on that L. But PSV at home has been a fucking wagon, and Dortmund away has been absolute trash. So I don't want to overthink this one. I'm leaning PSV at plus 11.15 on the money line. Malin, anytime goal scorer on his revenge return to PSV. It's not really a revenge game. I think we left on pretty good terms. He got a bunch of money for the club. But plus 275 for Daniel Malin, who they rested over the weekend, which clearly was a fucking mistake because you couldn't beat Wolfsburg at Wolfsburg Dortmund. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. We'll bitch about that tomorrow on Fuck Yous. But Malin at plus 275 is a ridiculous number no matter who they were playing. This guy has the pace. He's got the dribbling ability, the technique, and he can finish. He's going to be a problem on the counter. He's going to be a problem just off the dribble himself, creating his own chances. And you look at all the guys around him that are going to be able to cook with him. The only name that we're really going to be missing from Dortmund right now is Adeyemi, who is also electric, but I don't think they're really going to be missing a beat here between Jadon Sancho, Malin, Royce, Brandt. You know, just a lot of names over at Dortmund where I think Malin will be able to get a lot of service. So I like Malin for even just a shot on target from Malin, minus 120. Nice number right there. So I'm running it up on a Malin revenge game and Luke de Jong to just take care of business the way he has been all season for PSV. So those are the UCL games. Last one for you guys. And it should come as no surprise of what I'm about to say here. Manchester City versus Brentford. Now, this is just kind of like a business game for Manchester City where we all know they're going to win. The odds are fucking screaming at us that they're going to win, but they will be keeping it tight. Man City has not been overexerting. Mortgage on Mallet. That, or if you want to run Ivan Tooney, I'm just saying. But Man City versus Brentford again. The only props I have on here is Tooney shot on target minus 125. Both teams to score minus 110. You want to parlay that both teams to score and Tooney to score or Tooney to get a shot on target seems pretty fucking beautiful there. Foden anytime goal scores at plus 160. Foden to score assists is like minus 130. Not a great number, but Foden's been hot right now. He's got like 5 goals in his last 3 matches. And at any point he could dish up an assist. I don't know why Pep doesn't he should be an automatic starter, and I would have sold Grealish after the treble. But again, I'm not the manager, whatever. Doku and Foden seem to be absolute problems on the wings there. So expect Brentford's fullbacks to be fouling a lot as well if you can get fouls and cards. But for me, it's all Tooney. This is a Tooney game. This is part of the goodbye tour. His coach or manager has already stated that he will be leaving this summer. So might as well go out with a bang. You missed the first half of the season. Time to keep running these numbers up. And again, He will be getting over 10 goals. I'm telling you guys all this now. This is the absolute best odds you're going to get on Tooney as well, plus 275 for a goal. They're playing at the European, at the English Champions Stadium. You will not find a better number on Tooney. I love Tooney up for just a shot on target for a goal. Both teams are scoring Tooney. Any of that. Man City will win this game, though. But we don't care about the result. We care about getting both teams to score, and we care about Tooney props. And those are the 3 games that we're talking about today. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at TufaTalk, at A Young Leg on Twitter, X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Once lineups come out, we will have more picks going out, as well as Oaks already did a video that he shared on his Twitter account. So make sure you guys check all that out. It's going to be right on TufaTalk, twitter.com/TufaTalk. Yeah, TWO Foot Talk. But yeah, that is the UCL breakdown for today. I will be back tomorrow morning with Oaks, and we're going to break down tomorrow's matches. So let's get this bread, guys. Everybody take it easy. I will see you tomorrow.